All right, all right, all right. What is this ratchet mess that you are listening to?
Gucci.
Oh, Gucci. Go up. Album dropped on Friday. Go in Gucci.
He's been going in since he got out. Huh?
Right. Agree. As he should.
Oh, I agree.
I've been down with the Gucci since I was a ratchet ass junior in high school. Let me explain.
That sounds about right.
Because Gucci, well, this is before it was Gucci versus Jeezy, which, by the way, I am a fan of both. I can't really say that I can pick one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Although I ride for Gucci, okay? Like I ride for Gucci even when he was equivalent to 21 Savage now, Kodak Black now. He was really hard to look at.
Not as hard to look at.
Oh, he was difficult. Gucci was
difficult, but not as difficult as Kodak Black. No.
Yeah, Kodak Black and 21 Savage though. Whew. Jesus.
We did not come on here to talk about people's children like this.
I mean, only a mother though. Have you seen that 21 Savage meme where he looks like he's in a spaceship, and he's a predator coming to take over the world?
No.
Okay, I'll send that to you. But anyway, back to Gucci. Back in the day, of course, he was Gucci and Jeezy. They did So Icy. Everybody was icy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was icy.
Yeah.
You know, I said so. I said my chain hang down to my dick. That whole thing. Not to say that my chain. Maybe it did. Anyway.
All right.
But Gucci has always had these rhymes have been impeccable. Like he used to have this song called Two Things. My face is a little ashy. Young Gucci Mane got a style so strange. Everything I say might mean two things. Then have you heard that before?
I'm sure I have.
Okay. Just saying, I'm a fan. And I told you the story before. I had Gucci come to Columbus State University. I can't say that with pride. Like it's, you know how like these HBC, I'm gonna talk about y'all HBCU heads, partially because I'm kind of jealous because my dad wouldn't let me go to one. But
you could have. You got accepted into one.
I got accepted into 4. And out of the 8 schools that my mother made me apply for, which, you know, she's my mama, but she needs her ass whooped for that.
I'm not gonna let you talk about my second mama like that. I think I only applied to 4 schools.
My mom had me apply to 8 at the beginning of my senior year. I went to none of the 8 that I got in or applied to.
Well, my mom was like, I don't care where you apply to, you're going to Spelman. The end. Yeah. So none of the other schools really mattered to her. I could have only applied to Spelman and she would have been fine.
Unless you didn't get in.
That wasn't going to happen. I was getting into that school.
No, but anyway, so the point is Gucci, the glow up is amazing.
I agree.
I'm here for it. It. Okay, so his album dropped. Let me give a shout out to Brig Liam, whose album dropped on Friday as well.
Listen, and it's in everybody's mouth. Everyone that I know is talking about this album. Okay. It's so dope.
Everybody that I know is not talking about it. And that's not a shady comment. I'm just saying they're not. But I want them to talk about it.
I will agree with that. Those who aren't talking about it should be, and I'm making sure I.
So if you don't know anything about this album, maybe we'll put a link to it on the ShakeUpShow.com. Brig Liam is he may be the savior of R&B. He might. His voice might be the one to bring it back. Shameless plug. By the way, after this show is over, if you need something to put you to sleep, our parent company, Boss FM, has a R&B channel that you should check out. Download the Boss FM app and listen to the replay. Shameless plug, too. Shameless.
I didn't see any reason to put any shame in that, but yes.
Please Don't give me too much while I eat dinner live as well.
Just make sure you mute while you're eating.
You have a problem with my smacking?
Yes, I do. Y'all, I just want you to know. So, as you know, if you don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, did we introduce ourselves to those if this is their first time?
You here. Hey, what's up? Glad you're here.
So black. I'm Tiff Linnell. Hi, everybody. We've known each other for 15 years. So for those 15 years, I've hated the way that Alex eats. All 15 of those years.
I haven't smacked all 15. I didn't start smacking until I started not to care, give a damn. And I really only smack on things that are really good. Pork bacon. Fried chicken. Anything that makes me look extremely black, I'm probably smacking. So pork bacon, fried chicken, watermelon, Kool-Aid.
You smack on Kool-Aid?
Dude.
How do you... Never mind. We have stories to talk about. So you want to go ahead and get into those, or do you have something else you want to do?
I'm going to let you start because I'm a little bitter today. So
what you bitter for?
I'm going to let you start. Let's kick us off. You do what you do, homie. Do what you do.
Okay. So I want to talk about Weinstein and get that out of the way because I really don't want to talk about this man. I don't want to give him any more airtime on anything than he's already gotten. But I will start with saying I completely agree with what Saturday Night Live said again on their weekend report update, whatever that segment is called, when they said he doesn't need to go to get help, as he says, in another country. He needs to be behind bars. And I know that, you know, depending on which city the reports come out of, there's statute of limitations, which I think is ridiculous. I think it is absolutely ridiculous to have a statute of limitations on rape or any other form of sexual assault. I think that's just that or child abuse. I just think that's ridiculous.
So I might get some flack for this, and people might be upset with me. I'm going to, and I was on the fence about this because I didn't think that I was for statute of limitations either. But what I do know is after a certain period of time, nothing can be proven. So I don't think that we should put a lot of pressure on victims because I know it's difficult to come out. I know it's difficult to speak about what happened to you or how it happened to you and when it happened to you. But I think that we as a society have to start allowing people to feel like it's okay. Because I know, like the shame that you feel, the pain that you feel, the emotional toll that it has on you. And I was thinking about like, oh, Alex, you need to be careful with your words here because somebody's going to take it. But I'm not being careful with my words. I think that we as society, and we as society, have a responsibility to make sure that we know it's not easy. We know it's not something that people can just talk about. So we need to stop immediately casting blame and doubt on people that share these stories. At the same time, and encourage them to come out because they need to see justice served, not because they want to see justice served, they want to blame or they want to get into a whole battle. And I know it's difficult. To change some of this stuff, we would have to change the tenets that this country is built on. For example, access to a fair trial, innocent until proven guilty, and all of these things. And that's why I feel like if you remove the statute of limitations, you're emotionally probably going to take people through more than they're willing to go through, especially if you can't prove it 25 years later.
I agree and I disagree with that. I don't know. That's a hard one. But like I said, I don't want to talk about him, the man, as much as I want to talk about the problem in Hollywood or in the entertainment industry as a whole. I think that I'm not glad that any of this happened to any of these women, but I am glad that this story came out and that the discussion is finally being had. It's been a long running topic of Hollywood, of being on, the producer's couch or the director's couch or whatever to get a role or to get an opportunity or whatever. And what's her name? Krista Vernoff, who's the co-runner of
when
the
you
ABC
say
dramas.
When you say white people's names, you gotta be really descriptive about who they are.
I was just telling you who she is.
Oh,
Krista Vernoff. She's the co-runner of the ABC dramas with Shonda Rhimes. She said it's not just Harvey, and I agree with that. It's not just Harvey, and it's not just Hollywood. It's not just the entertainment industry. It's not just females. It's males too. It's not just white women. It's black women. It's black men. So I think that this culture of sexual assault, or he was just joking, or she was just joking, or men can't be sexually assaulted, or all of it. I think all of it is a topic that is long overdue for discussion and for change. So I'm glad that the topic is coming up. I'm glad that, I don't know if you saw that hashtag, I'm sure you did, the media campaign, #MeToo, hit, I think it was over 500,000 tweets.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, it grew in popularity, not popularity, I don't want to use that word for that, but it reached many people. It's really ridiculous. This is definitely, like I said, a topic that is long overdue for discussion, and something needs to be done about it. We need to change the way that we handle situations like this. So when it comes to that, I think that's why I'm more for not having a statute of limitations, because it does take sometimes victims years, decades to come out. And yes, it's harder to prove, but I don't know. That's my humble 2 cents.
So here's my question. And I think, not to say that what's happening in Hollywood is irrelevant, but is sexual assault running rampant in industries other than Hollywood?
Yes.
Like she came out and said it's not just Harvey, it's not just Hollywood, but are there industries, are there other industries that are facing this same struggle? And I say not just Hollywood, but I mean, for me, while I work in media, obviously, it could run rampant in this industry as well. The music industry, I work closely with that industry as well. But is it running rampant in corporate culture? Are we seeing, are people seeing this and not responding because they fear losing their jobs? Just like people fear not being cast in movies, is the same thing happening in the everyday workplace?
I think so. I think that it happens in corporate America, no matter what industry you're in corporate America. I think it happens in education. I think it runs rampant in society, period. I've had I had one job in particular that I was the only female in the room.
And somebody sexually assaulted you to that happen? What? I'm trying to let me find out. Let me find out. Because ain't no statute of limitations in my world. I don't give a damn about the law. Never have, never will. If I need to whoop somebody's ass, I am prone to do it as soon as I feel led. I live by the Spirit. I'm led by the Spirit, and the Spirit lets me know this person needs an ass whooping in Jesus' name. Amen.
Okay, so I'm not going to tell you what job it was then, because I don't want you going back there. But like I said, I was the only female for a long time in this particular position, and from my manager to my coworkers, if I wore a particular dress, and you know me, I don't wear skimpy clothes or anything like that. But if I wore a particular dress,
because I seen you bounce them titties and shake that ass, I seen it, with my own eyes.
You didn't need to bring that up.
But you're not skimpy though. Okay.
Shut up. Not in the office.
Girl.
But you know, they would make comments and they would, you know, touch my arm. Oh, you look nice today. Or, you know, it's whatever. It happens. And I worked in IT at the time, so it happens. It happens everywhere. I don't think sexual assault discriminates on the industry that you're in, or gender, or race, or anything like that. It happens. It happens everywhere to anyone. So definitely something that we need to, I think, continue to talk about and not let this go. And his ass needs to be in jail, period. Point blank. There's no if, and I mean, and he wasn't even apologetic for it. It was, you know, people make mistakes. What? No, I'm sorry. Sexually assaulting someone is not just, I made a mistake.
So, not that I want to play devil's advocate, and not that I even want to continue to talk about this bullshit, but in the case of Harvey Weinstein, and a lot of people have alluded to the fact that he grew up in an industry or during a time that this sexual assault was okay. Not to say that it was okay, but it was swept under the rug. You know, they were able to, people in their minds knew they had to do a little thing to get a little chain, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the culture was. Not that it was acceptable, but there were all of these non-disclosure agreements that come into play, that still come into play today. You can't sue, you must be forced into private or some type of secret arbitration. All of these things that are in place kind of limit the abilities of you to address this. So if you work in a damn call center and you have a non-disclosure, first of all, you shouldn't be signing a non-disclosure agreement if you work at a call center. But if you do, you know what I'm saying, and your manager is sexually assaulting you or being sexually promiscuous or sexually out of order, what the hell do you do? If you need to say, it's a great day at AT&T, can I have your 10-digit number, please? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you say? What do you say? You can't, like, I think it's great that we're speaking out. I think, and like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I think it's great that we're putting a light on this. But for all of these normal people out here, what the hell are they going to do?
I don't know, because I know some of these HR departments or some of these companies really.
Listen, they don't even want you to go out on disability. You know, when your kidneys are failing. They damn sure don't care about some issue that you're having because somebody said that your titties look good in their dress. Now, not to say that they shouldn't care. They absolutely should, but they don't.
I agree with that. They don't. They don't care at all.
So I think that we collectively have to come up with some suggestions, because we got people out here acting a complete ass, knowing that they can act an ass. And to that point, you say, okay, well, let's just get rid of the statute of limitations. They're going to stop acting an ass. They not. Because you still won't be able to prove it.
Yeah. It really is my word against yours. It is. It's terrible. It's a terrible culture. It's just terrible.
On the flip side of that, though, like I said, people they victim blame on the same type of, on the same, I can't talk tonight. On the same note, you just can't believe people point blank, because folks lie. They lie.
They do lie.
People lie. And in this day and age, this love and hip hop, shake that ass, Remy Ma, buy an ass type of society.
Did you say buy an ass?
That's what people do. They buy ass and then lie on their ass. Like somebody wanted your ass, but your ass was sagging. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they still tell the lie. And men and women alike will lie and lie with all the proof against them. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He didn't. He didn't. But as soon as that allegation is brought against you, and we see this a lot in the entertainment industry, as soon knowing your ass is lying. He wouldn't have touched you with a 10-foot pole, but you done told this bold-faced lie on him, and now it's over.
Right, because an allegation alone makes you guilty.
Right. So the greatest example that I can, or the first example that comes to my mind is The Bachelor in Paradise. And if you recall,
I thought you were going to go to Usher.
Well, they were filming this over the summer. I'm not gonna talk about Quantasia because that's gonna take me somewhere else. This chick said that this man took advantage of her, Corinne Olympios. Let's put her name out there. Corinne Olympios told these people that she was a victim. The producers watched him take advantage of her. DeMario Jackson, all of this bullshit. Corinne told a whole bold-faced lie. And not to say that this type of bullshit couldn't have been, it could have been thought up, but I don't think it was. I think she told this whole lie. And in this instance, I mean, Corinne against DeMario, by default, who do you believe?
Unfortunately.
Well, the greatest society might believe Corinne. I believe DeMario. And I would have believed DeMario off top. Corinne is lying. She got the same name as Superhead. She's a liar. Just like everybody named Trina is a hoe. Joking. But you get my point. And she came out and said,
you've said that before.
She came out and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't. I just don't really remember." Corinne and D'Angelo is dumb as hell because they're out making appearances right now, like they're a couple. Like that's some bullshit. But in these instances, people do lie. So that's. I'm not gonna harp on it. We can move on. But I do think it's easy. It's easier said than done. It's easy to say that there's an easy fix for this, and just taking people and what they had to say, taking them at their word. It's so easy to say that, but it's just not that easy. I'm done.
I agree.
Right? You have anything else? Because if
not about that.
Okay.
Let's move on. So Senator John McCain received the Liberty Medal. My vice president, Uncle Joe Biden, pinned it on him. And
Tiff, I'm not gonna let you do that. You're not gonna be disrespectful on here on tonight.
Disrespectful.
There won't be any disrespect. Your vice president's name is Mike Pence.
Fuck that bitch. As I said, my vice president, Uncle Joe Biden, had the honor and the privilege of pinning the medal and presenting it to Senator John McCain, who then went off just a little bit on Pequeño. I mean, let me read some of his statement. Giving into fear and turning towards spurious nationalism is what he warned against. To fear the world we have organized and led for 3/4 of a century, the Arizona Republican said to abandon the ideals we have advanced around the globe, to refuse the obligations of international leadership and our duty to remain the last best hope of Earth, which I did not know that was a synonym for America, but okay. For the sake of some half-baked spurious, or for those who don't know what that means, fake nationalism cooked up by people who would rather find scapegoats than to solve problems, is as unpatriotic as an attachment to any other tired dogma of the past that Americans consign to the ash heap of history. What do you think about all of that I just said?
To be honest, the same thing I think when I see these assholes on the news. What you just said, what that bitch?
Oh, sorry, something started playing from a article that I had up. John McCain, he sometimes gets it. I like him for the most part. I like him as a person all the time. I may not agree with all of his politics, but I think he truly tries to stand up for what he believes is right, no matter what, no matter the consequences. And that's somebody that I can get down with. So congrats to him for being honored with the Liberty Medal. And may he continue to go off. Now, his daughter, for those who don't know, had her first full week on The View last week.
I can't sign any harder, so I'm gonna just eat.
I cannot. I mean, she. Okay, so for those who don't watch The View, they're normally very liberal, but they always like to have a conservative perspective. So the last conservative, I don't think Jed was really. She wasn't a real conservative, but she played that role for a little bit. She left, and then they got Meghan McCain. So Meghan McCain is now the conservative point of view on the show. No, I just can't.
By the way, that's not my dog.
That's
I ain't got no damn dog.
That's mine. Sorry, you'll hear them on occasions. Something happened outside. I don't know. I live in the hood. I don't ask questions. I don't ask questions anymore. So my thoughts on her first full week. I think she did a good job speaking up and giving her opinions and not, being shy and all of that. I did not agree with a vast majority of what she said.
Let's just be honest. You're not going to agree with her.
I'm not. And she said that her first day. She said, we're probably not going to agree on a lot of topics. And Whoopi was like, and that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, I feel like, look, like you don't, again, I said this last week and I'm done. Like, I don't have a desire to have any white people come to the conversation because they can't understand. So having them come to the conversation without them having them walk a day in the life of somebody that's not like them, that doesn't have privilege, seems pointless and counterproductive to me. I don't see a lot of value. And I don't really feel that there is a value add to have someone come to the conversation and tell me that they don't see it that way. I don't give a damn how you see it. I don't give a damn how you see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never could be. And not to rant about there's stupid things that just make me
just give the look.
Like what? Like, and when it comes down to it, like I feel like this. And in addition to rooting for everybody that's black because they're black, and I stand by that as well. I do. I root for you.
Say that they arrived in the mail today.
In addition to that, I think that it's very important to consider that it's not probable. It's just not probable that they're ever going to understand. Now, that's the first thing. They're not going to understand. The second thing is they don't want to understand. And not every white person doesn't want to understand. And I can just be honest, there are tons of white people and it's probably because I grew up with a lot of them and went to church with a lot of them, and they reach out to me like, I really want to understand. I really want to know how we can have the conversation. And I really want you to know that you're not having the conversation with me because you can't understand. But like why would you give up privilege?
I mean, is privilege something that you can give up?
But why would you?
I mean, I probably wouldn't if I had it.
So we have no need to be surprised. I think one thing about black people that I love, and I this is why I love being black. I ain't never thought about being anything else. And then I remember, and I've told my close friends, I've told this story before. I had one like real white friend. I knew a whole bunch of white people. Some of y'all thought you was my friends. You wasn't. You was just there. I was there. But I did have one real white friend, right? And I remember he asked me, we probably were like 15. He was like, dude, have you ever thought about being white? Like what your life would be like if you were white? And my best white voice was like, no. No, no, never thought about that. He's like, dude, I really thought, but like if I was black, like I was like, I bet you have.
Right. I bet you
really.
have.
I've never like, despite the oppression, despite what I'm gonna have to go through, never. I have pride about being a black man. I've never ever thought about being on the other side. To me, white ain't right. So I don't really. There's just certain things that they do that I don't understand. It's because I'm never going to be white. I'm not going to have that experience. I'm not trying to have that experience. I don't need to walk a day in their shoes to understand that they're privileged. But what I'm going back, I went off on a tangent. My point to this is black people are resilient. Shut the hell up. Tell that little dog to shut the hell up.
I have no idea what he's barking at.
Black people are resilient. We are a resilient people. There's certain things that, you know what I'm saying? And I just mentioned this to you, Tim. I just mentioned this to you earlier. And I grew up with white people, so I feel like I'm able to talk about how they act because I watched them until I left when I was 18. So I know how they act. They mama, like, she loses her job. The dad loses the job. It's all over. Johnny, it's over. We've got to move. And we have to go get another house. We can't live in an apartment. We can't do that. And, you know, and the wife is like, Jim, it'll be fine. We've got savings. He's like, I use them all. Black family. Raymond comes home and he loses the job. And she'll be like, so is you going to get another one or no? Because we need to eat and you got bills and I need to get my hair done on Friday. And Raymond knows that he's going to have to go drive a bus, pick up some trash, cut some grass. Like
nowadays, drive an Uber.
Go cut some hair. You know what I'm saying? So
make a fish plate.
And we are born knowing how to make ramen noodles. Like,
I'm not doing this with you tonight.
2 years old. You better go. You hungry?
I'm not doing this with you tonight.
You can eat a bologna sandwich or some ramen noodles, and your 2-year-old is standing at the stove waiting on his noodles to get done. That's just how we are. They don't know that. They don't know that life. So,
or spaghetti. You know, in my house, it was spaghetti or meatloaf.
I mean, meatloaf, y'all was bougie black then.
She really thought she was doing something with the ketchup on top. Ma'am,
I wasn't bougie black until I moved to Georgia.
We were in Georgia.
But before, that's what I'm saying. Like, but when I was in St. Louis, like.
No, I had friends that fried bologna. That's the kind of life I lived when I was in Ohio.
I'm one of those friends that still gets the craving every now and then.
I'm aware.
Fried up, toast that bread, get you some mustard and put it on. Oh my God. Maybe I'll make that tomorrow. I don't know where to get bologna up here though. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a resilience that we have. There's a beauty in us, even in brokenness. Listen, one thing that black people, you lose your job, you still gonna eat.
Oh yeah, we
definitely already know somebody that's cooking. You always know somebody that's cooking. You know somebody that has some stamps.
Yep.
And your stamp application is the first thing that goes in when they say, "Can I have your badge?" So,
you sure can. There you go. And you're going right to that unemployment office to get that EBT card.
And that $330 a week. Praise the Lord.
Halle. Won't he do it?
All right. So we can stop talking about white people and all of that. And let's talk about some ratchetry.
Oh,
I read this. And I know you're a big Tamar fan. I love Tamar's music. I cannot stand to hear her talk. I said that on this. I say it all the time on air, but I just feel like this one's going to come back and bite me in the ass.
Yep.
Nevertheless, Tamar and Vince, according to Tamar and Vince Herbert, put their Mediterranean mansion up for sale after several defaults on the mortgage. That last part of the headline is petty.
It is.
But Tamar and Vince have decided to list their Calabasas, California mansion and are seeking $15 million for it. So y'all seeking $15 million, but y'all been in default multiple times.
I mean, that's a big ass house. Her closet is somebody's apartment.
The move comes amid news that Vince has been legally ordered to pay Sony more than $3.7 million to settle a lawsuit over a 2013 advance. According to the exclusive report by Variety, Tamar and Vince purchased the 13,716 square foot mansion in April 2013 for $10.5 million. So y'all trying to come up $5 million on that mansion because he owes $3.7 million.
Yep.
And well, public records show since then there have been several notices of default filed and subsequently canceled against the 7-bedroom, 9-bathroom home.
Why do you need that much space? Like, even when I have money, I don't want 13,000 square feet of a home. Now, mind you, I do want a home that's big enough that when I'm married, my husband can go to another portion of the house because you're on my nerves and I don't want to see you right now. I need
I'm
some
telling you right
time.
now, I won't have all that.
You what?
I won't have all of that.
You will not have all of that?
No. I lived in a big ass house growing up. They still got that big ass house and don't nobody live there but them. I have never had the desire to live in a big ass house.
Well, you've been to my parents' house multiple times.
I'm not cutting
They
grass.
need an escalator.
I'm not paying nobody to cut grass. I'm not, no. I like to be taken care of, okay? You know what I'm saying? And if me being taken care of requires me to pay for it, you better believe that I will.
I agree with that.
In fact, I shouldn't be telling y'all all my secrets, but I don't really like doing. There's a couple things that I gave up when I got grown. Labor. No, I'm not. And so there's some things that I do, like I like to cook because it's therapeutic for me.
Right.
And I love a good cocktail.
Preach.
But no matter where I've lived, and I've lived on my own since I was 18, I can guarantee you that I've probably had like 100 parties where people come and put my shit together.
This is true.
Because I don't. I've been to them. And you ate good, didn't you?
I did. I was grateful.
But I'm not putting nothing together. So I damn sure don't want no big ass house.
Yeah.
And my last 6 months, it's almost been 6 months that I've been here. I've determined that I'm going to keep that to myself. But
it's probably best, whatever it was.
Yeah, it is. So Tamar, Vince, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all get this 15 million. I do. I think that you probably deserve it.
It is a nice house.
Somebody
just the house.
A text and said, "Why aren't the damn phone lines open?" You want me to be honest? Because I don't want to talk to nobody else.
We've debated it, but
I mean, call me in the morning.
Really? Or you can tweet us your comments.
In 7 hours, I'll be live and you can call me then.
Or you can tweet us your comments.
Or you cannot call.
Or you can tweet us your comments. Jeez. What's our Twitter? What's the Twitter?
It's the ShakeUP show. We're trying to figure this whole After Dark thing out, okay? Like, some days it'll be great. Some days I'll be on one. Actually, most Monday nights
I'm like, no.
Most Monday nights I'll be on one. And so tonight I'm really not there because I really am thinking about the bed. But I should tell them, should I tell them how I just told you, I know that Jesus definitely, his mama and them, they was all black.
Yes, let's talk about that.
All right. So Jesus was undoubtedly raised by a black mother. First of all, we know that this had to be true. There's no way that he could have been raised by Mary Ann, Sue Ellen,
there's Jane.
Mary. was Mary. Okay, she was not Mary. She was Mary. Jesus's mother was Mary. But I was just thinking about it. I was cutting up this cabbage and this sausage and everything. And I was like, if Jesus, there's just no way. He couldn't have been white because then he would have been rebellious as hell.
Right.
And there's no way that Mary's like, Jesus, come sweep up this kitchen. I hate you, Mom. I hate you, Mom. Like, my Jesus was not that. He was not rebellious. He was not, I hate you, Mom, to Mary. He was Mary. Mary probably looked at Jesus like a little boy. He was like, Mom, I'm the savior. Little boy, you better get your ass in here and sweep up this damn kitchen and clean out this pot so I can boil this chicken. That's what Mary was talking about. But there's no way in hell. Like, white people have been evil since day one. Okay, they have this takeover spirit. They are unholy and unclean. And I've been telling people for years, you can't trust white people unless they've been saved for 10 years. And I mean saved, fire baptized, speaking tongues, a whole shando, whole habarashaka. Hey,
I hate you.
You gotta have a whole holiness because you can't trust white people because listen, and I will tell a white person, it's not you. Yes, it was your ancestors, but that spirit is in you. Y'all just take over. Last week, side note, I mean, they are just bold. I've been on this soup thing for lunch. I come stand behind this big burly black woman. Her name was probably Pam. Pam, I knew she didn't want no soup, but she was standing in the soup line anyway. So I was about to get this soup. So Pam was waiting for this other, I think it was some guy standing in front of her. He moves. This white woman swooped in and put her own spoon in this big ass bowl of soup. Bitch, where the fuck did you come from? And first of all, I'm not just mad because you got in front of me, but Pam. And Pam looked at me. I said, now they ain't got no damn home training. She was like, you. Yes, you. You just brought your white ass in here and you just helped yourself. She was like, I am so sorry. I didn't even see you standing there. Bitch, Pam is 300 pounds. How the fuck you didn't see Pam? And I know you saw my black ass. You tried. She's like, I am not like that at all. I said, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You did. You literally.
It's entitlement. People feel entitled. I hate to be in line. Like, you go to the self-checkout.
White people feel entitled. Last thing I'm going to say about them, because, I can keep going on. I saw this man in this camouflage today. He looked like he had just came out of the backwoods of Georgia, maybe somewhere about in Alabama. And he had on, I mean, it was maybe 60 degrees today. He had on this camouflage jacket, a lunch pail, not a lunchbox. This man had a full lunch pail. First of all, bruh, why do you have on these camo pants? Like, I know his fat ass was never in nobody's army, so I don't know where you got these from. He has this camo jacket, a lunch pail, like something. He looked like, you remember the show MASH?
Yes.
He looked like he was straight out of MASH. And there was something inside of me, and I really need to seek help. Like, I feel like I probably need to talk to somebody, because as soon as I seen him, I felt like underneath this green vest he had on top of this camouflage, first of all, he looked hot. I just knew this man had a rifle. I just knew he had a rifle. And I was like, I don't know where the fuck. And I was walking to the truck. I don't know where he's going, but I really wanted to yell, terrorist! I wanted to do it so bad. And I just had to contain myself. Because I would be like, terrorist! Terrorist! He wants to kill us all. Because you don't know. You don't know. And I feel like they think it's so extreme. Why would you do that? That's like yelling bomb on an airplane. When I see a crazy looking white person, that's how I feel. Bomb on an airplane. Bombs over America. Fuck Baghdad. No, I was not okay with that at all. And everything, like, for some reason, I just couldn't yell it. But when I tell you at that moment, I felt it so strongly. And I would just wonder, like, what if he did have a rifle? And then I called him out, and then he turns around and shoots my black ass. And they wonder a lot of times, like black people y'all don't like to snitch, and sometimes y'all just need to tell the truth to explain people. First of all, we not snitching because I'm trying to live. Okay, if I saw that he was gonna come, most likely Bob's not mad at my black ass. You know what I'm saying? He's not. Bob's not mad at me. He's gonna shoot, like everybody else. I'll be like, hey, what's up, Daquan? I'm about to go kill everyone, but I'm gonna let you go. And on that note,
know what to say to you
they
right
just
now.
want us to be so upset, like when these white people do. I'm not upset that this white person went and shot up a whole city,
Oh my God,
city of San Bernardino. I'm not upset and surprised. Like I will not. I just can't let these stories go. And then they were like, "Oh well, we need to focus on what was wrong with him in Vegas." No, we need to talk about the fact that he was a terrorist, and everybody in his family, his father was on the FBI watch list, and that was not important information for anyone else. But people smoking weed in Vegas on the Strip, that's a problem. No, this man had 18 guns in his hotel room. That's a problem.
In his house. Either way.
No, he had another 20. He had another 20 at his house. Yeah, another. Right. This man had 42 guns in his possession.
I want you to know you have me over here crying and choking.
I'm sorry.
At you yelling terrorists.
When I think about this stuff, and none of what we're talking about had anything to do with what we were going to talk about tonight.
Not at all.
But maybe Wednesday we need to kind of go through the signs for us.
We need to what?
We need to go through the signs of of what the real terrorists, because they want you to believe that people
a trench coat. If you walk past me in a trench coat,
this color skin,
I'm out.
It's not the trench coat that you should be concerned about.
It's a white person in a trench coat. I'm sorry, I've got to go.
It's just what you said without the trench coat.
Well, I thought you said we were gonna make a list. That's on my list.
Because see, I'm not done, Tip. I'm thinking about it. And I have brothers and sisters and cousins and family members and people that are gonna watch this. They're watching now. They're gonna watch the replay, and I want y'all to be concerned.
How do we?
They don't want you to be concerned. They're gonna get rid of this YouTube video because I'm gonna tell you that you cannot trust Karen sitting at the front desk. Okay, she smiles at you someday she's not smiling at you, but let Karen lose her job, she's coming in there and it's over. It's over.
Everybody.
You and your little accounting department, you should have stayed your ass in the call center. Karen is shooting up all of accounting.
I cannot.
And don't piss Jim off. Don't piss off Jim.
You know, Office Space, that movie did it better. That man set that building on fire in that movie. He set that building ablaze, okay?
Let's just give them all the benefit of the doubt. They come from great communities and great families, and they love God. Allegedly.
That don't mean nothing. Anyway, we were talking about Jesus being black. I had a conversation with some of my friends the other day, and we went through some of the men in the Bible to determine who had dreadlocks, cornrows.
Y'all ignorant. That's what y'all.
Listen, this is what we do. So, excuse me. You were talking about Jesus being black. There's so much evidence that we could go through to support this. I wholeheartedly agree. I believe that Jesus and his people were black. And I believe that a lot of people in the Bible were black or Egyptian, which is close enough to the same thing for me. But Mary and Joseph, I agree. Those are black names. They were black.
Who? Mary.
I believe that Mary did exactly to Jesus what my mom did to me, which was teach the fear of her and the fear of God in him. And that is how he was able to do a lot of what he was able to accomplish, including dying on the cross. If Jesus were white, I don't think he would have died on the cross.
You about to have these white people upset, too.
Find the lie.
I actually think I'm gonna give Jesus the benefit of the doubt, even though they say his hair was like wool, and my brother has hair just like carpet, so I know that he had to be black. And white people have the same dogs, and I've never understood that.
Have what?
The same hair texture as dogs, like just like you look at Jennifer Aniston, and then you look at a Yorkie. That's the same hair.
You mean this hair? Come here, Duncan. Come
Yeah, you
here.
know what I'm talking about. But
here's a Yorkie.
Yeah, especially that's what's her name? Sophia Petrillo had on the Golden Girls. Same her.
Oh my gosh.
Here's all we need to do. Like, okay, so we know the people in the Bible, the whole lineage is there. Like, you just got to go to one of those early books, Numbers. It's
Deuteronomy.
It's a whole book of names.
Judges.
Okay? And first of all, y'all stop making up these names because you saw Triathlon and they were going to have the New York Triathlon and you thought that was a cute name. It's not. That's not cute. And I know that we've been creative with our names for generations because like the Bible has great ethnic names that you could use. Okay. Numbers 1. These people was black. Okay. Shador, black. Jerusalem, black. Nathaniel,
so much.
Nethanel, Nathaniel, black. Nahshon, black. Issachar.
Who?
Issachar. Issa, black.
Oh my gosh.
And then you just add car to it. Issachar. But you put an H in it. So it's Issa Char, but it's Issachar. You know what I'm saying? Black.
Issachar.
Black. Should I keep going with black names? Because
no, they're all throughout the
Okron. Okron. See, I ain't never met nobody named their son Okron.
That was supposed to be okra.
No, it's Ocran.
Actually, Oprah's name was supposed to be Oprah. Okra. Anyway, Jesus and them was black.
My point. Black.
Black.
Hell.
Blackity black. Zebulon.
Black.
That's black.
Black.
But so I have
you naming your son Zebulon though. Lizelle. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come here, Zeb. I got you.
I have one bone to pick before we end this show.
Wednesday, I'm going to be turned. I've decided that I'm not doing the show without alcohol. Go ahead.
You're not doing any of these shows without alcohol?
I'm not doing this evening show without alcohol, okay? And to that point, let me just address it like I've had to address it recently because I know I used to snap, I used to snap every morning on the show. I don't be having the energy for that, okay? I'm already lit by 5 a.m. I can't. So most of the time when you see my Snapchat or Insta Snapchat, okay? Whenever you see it, it's like a weekend and I have a drink. But I don't drink like that during the week. I'm about to start for this show. But just because people, what you see is not reality. I drink water all day, okay? So if I want some Hennessy on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm gonna drink that day.
Now I'm gonna be doing that this weekend.
Go ahead and pick your bone.
Okay, so we had this conversation the other day, and I'm going to try my best to make it quick, and we might have to expand upon it on Wednesday or another day. But I have a real problem with the fact that we are running this country on laws and a piece of paper that was written hundreds of years ago. Just like I have a problem, and this is what I equate it to, with churches teaching just from the Bible when my God is still living and speaking. And you sitting here talking about the Old Testament. Why? You get up in your pulpit, you pick something from Deuteronomy, you make your 3 points, and then you sit down. Who is that teaching? What is that doing? I don't understand. Just like I sat and went through, I was talking to my best friend the other night, and I said, you know, it's a law in certain states and cities that you cannot carry ice cream in your back pocket on a Sunday. She said, you're making that up. I said, no, I'm not. I can't make this up. And there is a site, dumblaws.com.
No, I used to read them on the air all the time.
It lists them by the states and cities.
Did you just say the ice cream cone with?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
That's so dumb. There's another one in some West Bumble City here in Georgia that a chicken can't cross the road.
Right.
What? So y'all are governing this country on these old laws, and you're governing your church the same way with this Bible that was written thousands of years ago. It's a great starting point, but your sermon should not begin and end with just a Bible verse and 3 points. We can talk more about that later. I'm done.
Tread lightly. Because I was really about to turn the music up on you.
Jesus didn't tread lightly. Why should I?
Learn how to grab that bass.
Tread lightly, Tip.
No.
I hope you don't ever talk with no music like that behind you personally.
I should never. If I do, slap me and take me off of the stage immediately.
One day we'll tell them about how you used to be a preacher.
What did you just say? About who used to be what?
How you used to preach.
No.
I got proof.
I don't care. You used to be a whole pastor, so we can go there if you want. I'm nobody's preacher. Y'all don't want me up in the pulpit. I will cuss the whole congregation out.
I still pastor, amen. I'll wear my collar next week.
You sure got the shirts for it.
I pastor the streets, okay?
You sure bought this baptismal pool top with this ordination service shirt.
You want to hear how praise and worship goes at my church?
Does it sound like snoring? At Bedside Baptist with Deacon Pillow?
I don't go to Bedside Baptist no more because Baptist folks don't know how to act.
Who does? You gonna go to a Kojic church?
We're just gonna have praise and worship at my house. Let's sound like this.
This isn't praise and worship.
It is.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh. Going on. Maybe 3 times in a row. Back to back. 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. Hey, 3 times in a row. Hey. Listen. I love to go 3 times in a row. No.
You know what we should do on Wednesday? On Wednesday, we should tell the people what is not allowed to be played at our funerals. Because we've been each other's accountability partners for years. I want the world to know.
We're not gonna talk about my funeral on air because
listen,
I don't plan to die for another 100 years.
Well, maybe not 100, but you called me with that stupid song playing in the background.
It made me break a dish.
It should have made you break a dish. Spotify should never, ever, ever, ever play that. Ever.
We can
Spotify
60 seconds on Wednesday.
Spotify, I think that you should allow us to ban songs from playing on our accounts. I have a list.
Fuck Spotify. Listen to Boss FM. On that note,
because we'll never play that song.
Good night. Tiff, how whatever. Do what you do.
You can find me at Tifflanelle on everything. TIFFLANELLE on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and .com.
Do this. Go get the Ascension LP, Brick Liam. The album is on iTunes. Don't stream it. I mean, okay, stream it. Because I know half of y'all don't buy albums. Go get that. Go get it. Go get it. It's really, really good. It's soothing.
It's really dope.
It's good to my spirit. It's good to work. It's great music to work by. For me, I'm Alex the Great. I'm Alex Unmuted on everything. Twitter, Instagram, and .com. Remember, today is great. I guess tonight is greater.
Yeah, tonight is greater.
Believe
tomorrow will be greater too.
And live it. You make the choice to be great. Remember, your situation is not your destination. Instead, make it your motivation. Go somewhere and have it. Get it in 3 times in a row and take a picture.
What's wrong with you?
Namaste.